The following portion of Great Day KC is sponsored by Best Offer KC Homebuyer.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. Now, as someone who has bought and sold a home, let me tell you, it can be stressful.
You know, a lot of people that I talk to who go through this process, I'm like, I'm stressed out for
thank you.
Yeah. So take the stress out. Our next guest has been helping people leave behind the hassle of selling their homes for over 20 years.
We like the sound of that. Let's welcome in Best Offer KC Homebuyer owner Marck de Lautour. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
We're excited.
Yeah. So tell us about a local KC homeowner that you've recently helped out.
Yeah, so we kind of find people at their lowest point in life, certainly financially sometimes, but also just with that stress of a homeowner. We recently helped out a couple that were able to kind of leave that hassle behind. They were actually realtors themselves, but they chose to go through the auction process.
Okay.
Well, their home didn't sell.
Oh.
And so they're, you know, what do we do now? And they wanted to get in their RV and go tour around America in their retirement. So they called us, gave them a fair offer, and they were able to just kind of leave everything in the home, take what they wanted, and move on to their next.
Wow, that sounds ideal.
Yeah. I'm scared the auction didn't sell.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Why do some people choose not to list their home with a realtor, or maybe a realtor doesn't want to take their home on?
Yeah, look, the homes that we find sometimes are physically distressed.
Yeah.
Some people have either tried to do a renovation themselves, or they don't have the money to do the necessary repairs to keep up. As a homeowner myself, I know it seems like every year I'm kind of putting money into the homes, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't have the capital to do that, sometimes it can just become a burden. And so what we're trying to do is get the word out there that you don't have to remodel the home, then sell.
Okay.
Sometimes you can just sell it as is.
Yeah. So we've heard you say that, you know, you don't buy houses. You solve problems.
Solve problems.
What does that look like, you know, in someone's life?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that differentiates us and helps people in the field is that there's so many options available to someone. Like sometimes they want to move, but they don't have the money to do so. We have a sell and stay program or a cash before closing program. So if someone needs the money to move before we give them the money up front, then turn around and close. Or if they say, hey, I want to sell the home, I want to get some cash from the sale and then figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
We actually have a sell and stay program where they're allowed to sell and then stay in the home for a couple of months, figure out what they're going to do, and then move on. So it's all about kind of helping them through the transition. We like to say it's not a transaction, this is a transition onto their next.
Wow, that is so interesting. Now, what are some of the challenges that people face when it comes to selling their home, and how can you help them face those challenges?
Well, the interesting fact is that like 90% of homes do sell with a realtor, but we're trying to educate people on the options available for that the 10% of homes that sell off market every year. And that's about 4,000 homes in Kansas City, people that need to sell, and going through a realtor is just not their best channel. So I think for us, it's all about educating the public, educating homeowners that there are multiple options out there, not just throw a sign in the yard and hope. And let's face it, guys, the interest rates are 7%, 8%. It's hard to sell a house right now, and there's so few buyers. And so to have a guaranteed cash offer on their home is something that I think people are excited about.
Yeah. Well, real quick, what is one story that has really stuck out to you? I mean, you've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah, look, we've got so many stories that literally every week. You know, I would say that the most recent one that is of memory is someone who actually lost his wife, and the memories, I think just the emotional drain of having memories of living in the home with his wife. She passed away. He moved out, but the home had just been a burden. He was kind of just saying, I don't want to deal with it. It finally came when the time was right. He called us. Our team managed to help him through that transition onto his next, and was able to leave that emotional toll behind. And just seeing him at the closing table, signing the papers and the tears of joy just from having all that emotion kind of left behind.
Like a sigh of
those
relief.
stories, they really, that's what makes it valuable for us. I mean, I'm kind of the point man, but I have a team of 44 employees behind, and the passion that our team members have is really just helping out Kansas City homeowners.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, for chatting with us. We've learned a lot.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All the options.
Yes.
More the merrier.
Thank you, Marck.
Thank you, guys.
All right, take the hassle out of selling your home. Best Offer KC Homebuyer doesn't just buy houses, they solve problems. Call them today and schedule your free, no obligation home consultation, or visit bestofferkc.com to learn more.
The preceding portion of Great Day KC was sponsored by Best Offer KC Homebuyer.